Hey guys, Jeff Ryan here. As promised, we're going to do some re-chroming. These are a number of the bumpers and everything I've got here. I thought, hey, since I've got this amount, I can go ahead and do the project. I've also got a clear body there, one of the hot rod bodies. We're going to go ahead and chrome that as well. The first thing you have to do is take all the chrome off. So how do you do that? How do you get the existing chrome? You don't want to re-chrome these with all the 60-year-old chrome on it. You really don't want to do that. So you can do this with one bumper, you can do this with many like I have. The process is still the same, but the first thing you have to do is get the chrome off. How do we do that? How in the world do we do that? Guys, you know I use Easy Off for getting paint off. It does real good for getting chrome off too. So I'm going to get my cup. We're going to put all this. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to put everyone in here. When I was laying these out, some of them look like they're in pretty good shape. Others, yeah, they're definitely going to go in the Easy Off, but some of them I just might touch up with the Molotow chrome pen instead of stripping it and redoing the whole thing. So let me go ahead and get my cup, my Easy Off, and I'm going to go ahead and fill it up with as many of these as I think that should be in there. Just for fun, I did put a couple of them aside. The Volkswagen front bumpers there, just like on the nubs there, I'm going to not have to strip those. I'll just get the Molotow pen and that'll refresh those. And the Mako Shark, the bumper there, there's not matter with it. There's not a darn thing matter with it. And I don't have to put the body into the Easy Off whatsoever. And I got a couple of pieces there that are broken. I didn't want to fuss with them. What is that, a Mustang? The other was, I don't know, it looks like part of a Lincoln bumper. So those are, I'm not going to fuss with them. They are broken. I will sell them on eBay. They'll go in like a lot of things that junkyard stuff they'll go in a lot like that. So anyways, let me go ahead and get these into the cup. I did pull out the stuff I didn't want in there, and we'll get some Easy Off on it. All right, very good. Got all the bumpers in the cup there. I'm going to just saturate every bit of that with the Easy Off. This is the kind I use right there. I know they have one in like a blue can or a darker can, something like that. This is the kind I use, and it seems to work very, very well for taking paint off, and the chrome here is going to be taking the chrome off. So I got to open the garage door, get this stuff sprayed, and come back in. All right, they're covered. They're covered real good. They're covered real good. Okay, I got a over here. I got a new, or actually two new Molotow. I got a pen that is 1 millimeter. I've got one that's 2 right now. I kind of like it, but I want one a little bit skinnier. And plus, I got some replenisher chrome there. I'm going to use my airbrush from Tester. I've got plenty of the propellant, and I did need to get some of the paint thinner. You always want to clean your airbrush and make sure everything's real good and clean. And I realized I didn't have any paint thinner. Had to get some of that. All right, let me go ahead and get that set up here. Just a sec. All right, just checking in. Looks like the Easy Off is still doing its stuff. We're going to let that be for a while. Got most of the airbrush stuff set up, ready to go with that. I don't want to put the top of it on the air canister just yet. I like to wait until I'm ready to do that. But I was thinking ahead. Once we get done with the getting the chrome off, getting them all cleaned up and washed up, we're going to have to mount them on something so I can paint them. I just can't paint them with my hand. So I love this stuff that Evergreen makes. It's a styrene, and I use this stuff for the screw post. They make tubes, they make different sizes, but this is some square stuff. So what I'll do is I'll just get one of these sticks out, and I'll glue the bumpers onto it, and it'll give me something to hold while I paint them. Okay, good. Let me go ahead and I don't know if I want to get swish that around or not. Just a sec. All right, couldn't help myself. Had to swirl it around a little bit. We're seeing a lot of black there. That was the color of the plastic that Aurora molded, and then they chromed it. So I don't think it's done yet. So I'm going to let it be for a little bit longer. Okay, I'm getting ready to rinse these off. So I'm thinking at least a good 20 minutes they've been in there. So let me go ahead and head to the sink, and we'll get started with that. All right, here we are at the sink. I use extremely hot water. We have that coming right out of the tap. And I've got a screen catcher for anything down there. These parts are small. It's always good to have that. So let me go ahead and run some hot water over this stuff, guys. Okay, I just rinsed everything, and probably about 12 times. I just kept flushing it and flushing and flushing it. And finally I could tell all the Easy Off was completely out of the cup, and it was just clear rinse water. Everything's black except for, I was looking at this earlier. Can you see the blue on the hot rod windshield there? Don't know if that's paint, don't know what that is, but that's definitely blue. Everything else is jet black. All right, let me get this back out to the bench, dry it off, and make sure everything's cleaned up. Okay, very good. I got everything laid out here, and I was taking the little toothbrush there and just trying to clean any residual off that the Easy Off didn't get off. The one little note, the blue piece there up there, I think is the hot rod. It is molded in blue. That's why the blue's not coming off. It's molded in blue. Everything else is jet black. Okay, this is going to further dry, then we'll go ahead and start gluing them onto the styrene stick that I have over there. Just a sec. Here is that styrene stick I was telling you about, showing you earlier, and this is the glue, the Scotch glue, the maximum strength adhesive. Again, the reason I use that is it doesn't dry hard. It's a little bit pliable, and after we glue the bumpers on, we'll be able to get it off. If we use like a glue force styrene, like model glue, we're like fusing the parts together. That's not a fun deal. So that's why I use the maximum strength, the Scotch glue there. All right, let me go ahead and get after it. I'll start getting these on. Okay, doing good. Getting them glued to the rod there, and I realize I need a little bit to hold there. So I'm gonna have to get another rod and glue the rest of those pieces on. But it's coming out real good. All right, good. Got everything glued up, and I just touched each one individually, make sure they're not gonna just jump off the styrene stick there. It looks like we have what? A bumper shish kebab here or something. And with the body there, I put a couple of toothpicks in the holes there, the screw post. That'll give me something to hold on to it while we paint. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna go ahead and shake the heck out of the paint, and we'll get the airbrush all set up. Okay, there again, I got the airbrush set up, and I got the Molotov paint in there, and I've got everything on the styrene sticks here ready to get it sprayed. I wish I had a third hand, but guys, I don't, so I'm gonna have to take this and spray everything in front of me. Give me just a second, I'm gonna get it done. Wow, okay, good, very good. I just put the airbrush down a second ago. This is everything chrome. I also got the hot rod body over here. That's gonna be just sitting there till it dries, but everything has been painted, and that's how you re-chrome everything, guys. That's how you do it. That's how I do it anyways. Listen, this is gonna take, I don't know, probably till tomorrow before I touch anything, at least 24 hours. So I'm gonna clean up the airbrush, let everything dry, and then finish the video at that time. All right, very good. Everything should be dry. We're gonna get all the bumpers off the styrene. I still have to touch these up. We'll do that with the Molotov pen, do that with the new pen. But everything looks really, 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 really good. And I was just thinking, when I take this stuff off the styrene, when I get the bumpers off the styrene, there might be a little bit that we'll have to touch up on the bumpers, the part that may have been glued to the styrene. We might have to touch it up with the Molotov pen. Big deal, big deal. That'll be an easy fix. Now, after I got done with this and things started curing yesterday, guess what? This came in. I love the El Caminos. I love the El Caminos. And it was a project made for me. It looks like somebody had stripped the silver accents off. We'll have to put those on. It looks like you could use a good bath, but I was looking at in the front and back bumpers, it looks like someone tried to touch them up with silver, not chrome. I mean, that's horribly done. Absolutely horribly done. So again, irony, I had got done with all this stuff. I got done with all this stuff, and then two more bumpers come in. I am just not going to touch them with the Molotov. I'm going to spray them. So I'll get the airbrush out again and do that. That'll be a separate project. But it just struck me funny. Hey, yeah, we're done over here. No, you're not. I didn't know that this was going to come in yesterday. So let me go ahead and start getting these off the styrene, off that little bar there, and we'll see how they look. All right, let us take a look at what they look like. We got some fine looking chrome there, guys. We got some, look at again, the T-Bird, how shiny that stuff is. The front bumpers there, wow, just absolutely exceptional. The, what is it, Galaxy over there, everything came out real good. I started looking at the Volkswagen bumpers that I had, and one of them had the nub, like the right side, the passenger side nub broke off, so I'm not gonna re-chrome that. And I was thinking about just touching this up, but the bumpers on, again, the El Camino, they're gonna come off, and I'm gonna redo them. So I just thought about, if I'm gonna redo those two, might as well do this perfectly. So let me go ahead and start getting into that, see if these bumpers going to come off easy, hard, or whatever. But they really look kind of horrible. So whoever touched them up did it with more of a silver rather than a chrome kind of a paint. They weren't even glued in. They were placed in. They weren't even glued in. Too funny. They look more silvery than anything else. You know, they're really, really, really silver. So I'm sure whoever did this at the time, that was the best paint they had. But now we got the Molotov, we can start making this stuff look the way it should. So for the same process, I'm going to go ahead and use the Easy Off. I'll get the chrome off of there. I'll get the chrome off of the, I don't want to say, I get the chrome off of the bumper here, but I didn't want to say chrome. This is more like a silver paint. Should still come off with the Easy Off, and then we'll be able to spray them and get this thing looking a whole lot better. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and give this bugger a wash, and I just thought of it. I got to scrounge up a chassis. Just got the Easy Off out, and they're in the bottom of the cup there. When I cover those, I'm just going to let those set. I got to take everything outside the garage. I don't want to be breathing those fumes. And then I'll get the El Camino washed up and make it look a whole lot nicer before we start restoring it. All right, good. The bumpers are still doing the thing in there with the Easy Off, and I just got the El Camino out of the sink. It really doesn't have too bad of a shine. I was considering putting the VRP on it. If I do, I got to be careful where I put it on there if I apply it. Reason being is I want to put the silver accents back there on the bottom of the El Camino, and if you got the VRP on it, probably not the best base for paint to stick. So I got to be, I'm throwing that back and forth. Don't know if I'm going to do it. I might. Don't know if I'm going to do it. I might. But we'll see about the VRP. So anyways, and one thing I did do just a second ago is both the screw posts, I took a little paper towel and I twisted it. I wicked out any of the residual water in those screw posts. You always want to do that. You always want to do that. So let me do this. I'm going to give this a few more minutes. Then we'll go ahead and clean them up. Go ahead and spray them. Just real quick, going through one of my part bins to find a chassis there, and I have one that looks like it's a short wheelbase. And if it's coming from this box and it's a T-Jet, not the vibrators, but if it's a T-Jet chassis, they've never been used. This is a unused. Look at the shoes on there. Everything is just the way you want it, you know, haven't been used. So I know I'm gonna have to oil that. I don't know about cleaning it. There should be no dirt in it, but I'm gonna definitely have to oil that. So that, again, what is it, a short wheelbase? I believe the El Camino is a long wheelbase. That's the only thing we're gonna have to change with it. Very good. Boy, I just got the chassis over here to the bench. That chrome came out good, didn't it, guys? Absolutely wonderful. Look at that. Just absolutely wonderful chrome. I was looking at it and going, oh, okay, I'm getting ready to oil it. But look at the back axle. Back axle doesn't look like it's properly seated there. And I haven't touched it to transfer yet. Yes, it should work, but just looking at it, that back axle needs to slide over a bit. And it also looks like there's some oxidation on it just from years of, you know, I guess being in Florida. But I might have to take that apart and make sure everything's real clean before we go ahead and oil it and all that stuff. So let me go ahead and do this. I'm going to tear it apart real quick. Okay, good. Just got everything torn apart. The brushes, they look great. I was looking at the bottom of the common plate a second ago. It's never been used. There's nothing on it. I'm still going to buff it out a little bit. Springs, I don't know if I'll have to refresh them or not, but I want to clean the brush springs with the wire brush. I also want to clean the shoes. I know, again, they've never been used. I just want to polish them up. And then there's a little bit of oxidation on the axles. We'll get that all cleaned up too. The only thing I'm not happy with is the tires. Not as supple as I'd like. Probably change those out for some new old stock. All right, got everything cleaned up and polished up. The shoes came out good. I even did the engine clamp. The axles came out real good. There's no more oxidation on those. And I just scrounged up some new old stock tires. I'm going to put those on the rims. And let me go ahead and get those off the cart and get that going. Got it back together, got it oiled up, got the new old stock tires on. Time for its maiden voyage. Let's go ahead and get it over here to the transformer. Maiden voyage, maiden spark is what we're doing right now. See if we get anything going on with this. Oh, sounds good right away, doesn't it? Sounds great. See if we get to warm up a little bit. Yeah, very good. That's going to take a little bit of time to break in, which I don't mind doing. That's going to be a laps around the track. Okay, very good. I tell you what, let's go ahead and get back to the bumpers that we're getting the chrome off of. Very good. I was just swishing everything around a little bit. It looks like a lot of that, or most of that chrome's off. I don't know. I'm just thinking a few more minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and get it under the sink and get everything rinsed off. All right, good. Look how black they are. I tell you what, that easy off really works good on those, getting the chrome off there. Guys, I'm going to have to end the video here. I was just informed. My wife told me what our schedule is today. I've got a few more minutes, but I'm going to have to run. So where are we at? The chassis is done. The body is, no, the body's not done. I got to get the silver accents on it, and we got to get the bumpers on, put all that together. And if you guys got any questions how to re-chrome something, let me know. I'll go over it with you, but it's fairly easy. It's fairly easy. If you want to buy like a lot of chrome bumpers off of eBay or something that look kind of nasty, and you want to get them for a good price, you can re-chrome them yourself, guys. Look how good they come out. All right, like, subscribe if you haven't already, please, and let me know if you've got any question, guys. See ya.